Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Symphony. Symphony Entertainment Gaming and Arts is my gaming company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role playing. I am your host and your storyteller for the evening, Bridgett Jeffries, and we're back with Sanguine Art, Symphony's very first Vampire the Masquerade campaign that takes place in modern nights in Columbus, Ohio. We only have one announcement. You know what it is. If you like this content, if you love what we produce and you want to help us make more of it, please consider backing us on Patreon at patreon.com/symphony entertainment. Per usual, red lines have been discussed with the cast and crew. The X card is in play. X's can be sent via private message or done on Zoom. If a safety tool is activated, there is no judgment passed. There are no questions asked. We will also be using the green, yellow, red traffic light method, which can be called at any cast member by any cast member at any time. So, without further ado, let us unveil this cast. Cast members, please introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are, where people can find you, and who you are playing tonight. And we are going to start in the order that we did prologue introductions, which is going to start with Tracy.
Hello, I am Tracy. I am on the internet as Mythical Magpie on many forums. I sell things sometimes, I do art sometimes, sometimes I say things about politics. Um, yeah, tonight I am playing Miss Rosalia Lombardo. Thin blood. I am a thin.
Miss Rosalia Lombardo. Oh, I love it so much. Knocking on the very next door. I am not this tired where I almost cannot remember your actual name in real life. Doc. Doc, hit us.
How's it going? I am Doc. I can be found on a variety of discords at the handle Dr. Bones 412. I write stuff for the Miskatonic Repository, have a new scenario coming out, which by the time this airs should be out at the rate we're going, God willing. And I'm playing Connor Rowe, a Ventru still under the accounting.
Love it. And closing us off, Tiffany, hit us, baby.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. You can find my business at Color Cat Designs. I sell art. I am also on a couple other games. Um, and I am playing a Banu Hakim, Ivy.
Ivy. And as you can see, dear viewers, we do not have our asset daddy, our production manager, Carl, with us. Carl is advocating for himself and taking the time off that he needs, which we genuinely applaud and appreciate you, Carl, for looking after yourself, and we hope you feel better. With that being said, guys, welcome back to Sanguine Arch, a modern tale of personal and political horror for Vampire the Masquerade taking place in Columbus, Ohio. Ivy, would you please recite our chronicle tenets?
Never endanger or betray the domain. Our community is stronger together. Unapologetically defend the traditions. They keep us safe. Ambition is rewarded and liabilities are destroyed.
Thank you. Unapologetically defend the traditions is one of our chronicle tenets. Now, just as a quick refresher, I'm going to put Tracy on the spot. Tracy, not Leah, Tracy, would you please just give us the traditions very quickly? Feel
Oh
free to
boy,
Google
let's
it if you
it's
don't
a
have it
it's
off
a
memory.
test. All
It's
right,
a test. No one
so
told me
it's a
there was going to
test.
be a quiz.
First of all, the masquerade. The
Mhm.
masquerade is above and beyond the most important to uphold. You cannot show who you are to people who are not of you. Domain, a prince resides over a domain. Within their domain, their rules are sacrosanct. And anything that is within that rule, it is their domain. The tradition of the accounting, teaching new vampires to be like you, generally takes a couple months to a year. Sometimes, sometimes when your sire sucks, it takes a little longer. Progeny, you must and may not create another like you without the permission of the domain you are in. So you would need to go to the praxis holder for domain. That's four. Um,
I think five might be hospitality. Let me look with you.
Yep, it
Yeah,
is.
Is it?
hospitality. Okay. And if you are going to enter someone else's domain, you must get hospitality. You must tell you are coming, or when you are there, present yourself to the people in charge so that they know you are in their domain and they may make sure that you follow their rules.
Mm-hmm. And then
And
the
then destruction.
destruction.
Oh, of course you would know that
The
one.
fun one.
Um,
Ooh,
Shush!
The rite of destruction is the permission to kill another vampire, often and usually only given by the prince.
Perfect. Tracy, you stuck the landing on that beautifully. It's like you've been in Vampire for decades. Well done. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. The reason why I am asking this question is to shed light on the fact that Kevin willfully chose to abandon and breach the masquerade during his scene with Maria de la Cruz. He revealed what he was, including his clan, his powers. He displayed himself not only to someone outside of Kindred, but also to a group of hunters, which is a violation of a chronicle tenant. So, in Carl's absence, we did not want to throw chops because rules as written, if you violate a chronicle tenant, that gives you a stain. At the end of every game session, per By Night Studios, your stain has to be reconciled with a remorse check to see exactly how your humanity is grappling with the remorse that you have come short of an expectation that is ingrained into your DNA. So, in lieu of actually throwing chops, we went to the bot on Symphony's Discord server and we let the bot decide. And the bot, I had Tiffany roll it. I threw scissors and she threw paper.
Yep.
Which means Kevin failed his remorse check. And the consequences for failing a remorse check for violating a chronicle tenant is his humanity has now dropped by 1.
Shit.
It's a devastating consequence. That is why Kevin is not currently present, because Kevin is going to be undergoing some significant changes to his personality, his outlook on life, his outlook on himself, the things that he loves, the things that he doesn't love, the things that he can physically enjoy, the things that Kevin is changing. His humanity has dropped by 1 for violating a chronicle tenant and failing his remorse check. And that's why Kevin is not going to be present for these recordings. He won't be reachable by phone. Whatever's happening to him, he's either been pulled in by Celeste, or he's shut down into himself, or he's been pulled in by the clan. But his humanity has dropped by 1, and that is why Kevin is not here presently. Choices come with consequences. He made a choice, and those consequences will inevitably catch up with you. Let us start with Leah. Leah, when the camera pans in on you, this is about a week since the last time we aired a main cast story. So this is a week after the Maria de la Cruz incident. This is a week after, well, after Gloria bonded you in front of your coterie. We're looking at about a week later. So at this point, healing recognition wise, you've gone from the 3 ag all the way down to 1 ag. You were straddling some, so 10 or 12 days later. So at least you're only down to 1 ag, which means you're going to be up and moving. You're going to be functioning. You're still in pain. You're still healing. You still have another week before you're right as rain. Even at this accelerated healing, you're still a thin blood. But when the camera pans in on you first thing after waking, what do we see of Leah? She's residing in this stunning mansion in Bexley with Gloria, who also is living there part-time, her mom's, and a stunning staff that is taking care of their mom's care. When we zoom in past these walls and into the life of Leah, what do we see?
You see her standing, actually probably sitting in front of a vanity, fixing her hair. And I don't think in a very long time before this, she'd even looked much in a mirror. And now she's got this beautiful vanity, and part of her new morning ritual is just taking the time to take pride in how she looks. She is provided with more than enough time. And, I think in the background, somewhere off in the distance, you can hear like coffee cups clinking and people moving around. And I think when the camera sort of pans in on her, she's just smiling because she has a job and she has things she has to do. And, occasionally she'll stretch and see, okay, is today going to be a middle pain day? Is it going to be a light pain day? We'll see. But this is, I think, the first time in maybe her whole life she has been able to like luxuriate in waking. It's not hit the ground running, work until you collapse. Maybe you'll have time to take a shower. Maybe you'll have time to wash your clothes if you've got water running. Um, and so I think she just takes her time. And, I think she puts on makeup, and as she's putting the makeup on, she covers her whole face, and the scar like makes its way through. The makeup doesn't quite stick to that area. There's something about that specific scar, and the person who put it on her, it's not concealable. And today, it doesn't bother her that it's not. She just goes about making the rest of her face up, doing her hair, um, and taking time, just reveling in the breath this luxury has given her.
There's a wrap of knuckles on the outside of your bedroom door. And Eduardo waits for permission to open the door. And when he does, he is just going to very gently push in a human that looks like, and I'll just tee this up directly to, let's give it to Ivy. Ivy, what's happening? Not Ivy, but Tiffany, what's happening in this moment is Gloria and Leah and Justice, the three of them, came to an arrangement. Leah would live with them, and Gloria would maintain her finances, her feeding, and her mom. Leah would work for Gloria, and this would be the arrangement. Gloria, as she stated in the previous episode, has been upholding her end of this agreement, bond or not. And as such, she has taken over Leah's feeding, which for Gloria means Leah gets brand new, fresh food every single day. Leah, you are off of the bag. You are no longer able to feed from a bag because the storyteller missed that you need a merit to do it. You need the iron gullet merit to feed from a bag, which works perfectly for you because you went from a couple scenes with bags and then you almost died, and then the Amish were feeding you regular blood anyway, so it's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. But now we are back into a situation where you at least know that bags do not provide you any type of sustenance, but it's
Mm.
okay because mother is happy to provide for you. Tiffany, what does this person look like that's just gotten shooed into the room by Eduardo? For Leah, it would be breakfast, lunch, dinner. Where are we right now? Dinner feels
Breakfast.
good.
Oh, sure, sure.
Early dinner.
Um, so this person looks like they were yanked out mid shower. They still they still smell like soap and perfume. Their hair is wet. Um, they are probably in some sweats. Um, but they're nice. They're clean. Everything's clean. No jewelry, no makeup. Like, so make sure that you have someone that is very clean and very presentable, but not, too.
And Leah, early dinner has arrived.
Hmm. Um, excuse me. I think the first thing that she will do when they let them in, Eduardo, when my meal is through, would you be willing to ask if Mother has a few moments to speak?
I'd be happy to. Do you want me to stay here
Fantastic.
per usual, or do you want
Yes,
me to buzz
please.
off?
Oh no, you're fine. And she'll turn her attention to the freshly showered person in her room. I'm sorry, dear, what's your name? It's a thing. I really just must. I need to. What's your name?
Oh, this is all Tiffany too.
Uh, hmm, their name. Sorry, I
You're
wasn't
good.
thinking of a name.
I know. It's like you asked for a description, not a name. Names are harder.
Right. Um, Lexi.
Lexi, it is wonderful to meet you. Um, you probably won't remember any of this after you speak with Mother, but I just I just hope that you understand how much I appreciate this. I'm sorry to have um, interrupted your evening, um, but I really do appreciate your service. Um, and she will kind of stand up from her vanity and turn to face them both. And there is no necessary hesitance in her actions. She just stands up, takes a few steps closer to the person, and so long as that person does not recoil from her, she doesn't have like vampiric charm. But as long as the person doesn't like recoil from her, she'll just lean in and kind of almost intimately just say, um, I hope that this is not entirely uncomfortable. And then she just bites and drinks. Um, and I think that there is something, it's not sexual, but it's sensual
Mm-hmm.
about this. And I think somewhere in the back of her head, the thing that she wants to speak with Mother about is she's still not sure if her fangs are poison.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just a little in the back, but Mother's taking care of everything. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. And then she feeds, not too much because she's not a little piglet. She's going to uh, drink as much as she needs without necessarily harming this person too much, this Lexi, whose name she's putting to memory as well. And then when she's through, she'll look over to Eduardo and just say, I'm through, thank you. And she'll probably get a little napkin and wipe her
Dab the
face.
sides of her. Yep.
Mhm.
You're able to. Can thin bloods lick a wound clean?
I don't think so. I don't think we can.
I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if the By Night Studios rules nailed you that hard on it. If not,
They nailed us pretty hard.
they nailed you pretty hard. If
I
not,
don't,
we'll
yeah, I
reconcile
don't,
it one way or the other.
yeah, I don't think that they can.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
So
gonna go with no. And
let's go
I'm
with
just
no. That's
she
our canon
probably
now.
sends all of them back to Gloria anyways. So because
Yeah,
I would assume that as much as possible, Gloria is gonna wipe their memory
possibly.
and
If this is part of
and
her herd,
yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe
so.
not.
It all kind of depends. It didn't seem like Lexi was surprised about what was going to happen in this moment.
Okay.
And I do like the idea, if we're going with the canon that thin bloods cannot lick a wound clean and seal it, that there's a medical professional literally right there to handle the person. As soon as your fangs eject out of Lexi, you notice Eduardo bite into his bottom lip and just kind of roll his eyes, and you just hear him under his breath like, girl. And that can swing multiple ways to address his own arousal, his own jealousy, or his distaste, or perhaps a combination of all three. But as soon as you are finished and you dismiss Lexi, he looks to her like, come on, girl, you ain't getting paid by the hour. Damn. Let's go. And
There's
he's going
no
to
need to be rude, Eduardo. And then she'll finish. She'll go over to her vanity, put a pin or something in her hair, fix something, and then go stand in front of her closet and pick out something to wear.
okay.
Um, it's all dark and lacy and frilly. And yeah, she is, however, allowed her pendants because they are really important to her. And they don't necessarily mess with the aesthetic, so Gloria lets her keep them.
Noted. It's the small things that keep you happy.
Yep.
Lexi, you are led out of the room by Eduardo as he puts a piece of gauze that he has prepared into your hand for you to place onto your neck. And then he will address whatever your situationship is very soon. Now, Leah, you have adorned yourself in what outfit this evening?
Again, it's a black lace top with a high collar, a long flowing skirt. It's kind of like a throwback to a Victorian feel. We're not going for historically accurate. We're just going for this kind of aesthetic. When femininity was about shapes and lace and contrasting soft and rough. Um, and so I would say that the top is lace like this, and the skirt is kind of heavy, like a
Mm.
lovely heavy like brocade or something. And she's got on heels and um yeah, and she makes her way. She's still unsteady in the heels. Um, maybe it's because her back hurts, or maybe it's because she's never worn heels a day in her
Mm-hmm.
single life, a single day in her life. Um, and so, yeah, so she opens the door and begins her night, day, whatever.
Yeah, let's keep you at night because that works better for me continuity wise with the story I need to tell right now. So this evening you are walking down the hallway of the third floor and you pass just a long stretch of hallway that has a glass pane that drops into the inside of an indoor pool area within the house because of course there's an indoor heated pool area. And just as you pass, you look down and you see your mom is in the shallow area with one of her physical therapists and she is walking through whatever her evening strength conditioning and restorative exercises are happening. There are a couple other physicians that are attending around, but you can see her in the water with some young, over happy, bubbly girl that just physical therapy is the only thing she's ever wanted to do in her entire life ever since she graduated with a degree in sports medicine and didn't know what to do with it. And this is what she just enjoys doing. And your mom is very fond of this little one, Izzy or Elizabeth or Liz or whatever nickname she gives herself on any time. But you can see your mother's progression more and more. She's up, she's moving, she has a bit of a vibrance to her. But right now, she's doing her evening physical therapy with Liz, and she is having, from what you can tell, a really enjoyable time as you're there, looking down 2 levels into this aquatic area. And you can see Mama Kathy is there too. She's not overdoting on your mom. She's not hovering. She's not pacing. She's not doing the helicopter thing. She's sitting in a lawn chair reading a book. And there's just this
Breath,
almost
that
peace
breath
about her.
again. Yeah.
And you continue walking. And once you step downstairs to the main landing, Gloria is standing there in all of her Gloria audacity. And she looks to you and she says, "Good evening, child.
Good evening, Mother. How are you?
I'm well. I have something for you, something that I think you'll deeply appreciate."
I I don't think there's anything else you could give me. Look at my mom.
She looks over her shoulder at the direction where she knows the pool is, because of course she knows exactly where your mother is. She creates the schedule.
Hmm.
And she looks back to you and she says, "I am, if nothing, bountiful. And this is something that I believe Edmund would have wanted you to have. Follow me."
She
She
does.
whips around. You go to the south end of the home, which is towards like the back of the home, and there's a service elevator that is there that leads you down past the basement level into a level of the home that you just haven't been to before. But why question what's accessible to you or not accessible to you in a home? Gloria's taking care of everything. If there's an area she doesn't want you to be, it has to be for a good reason.
Yeah.
And if there's an area that she's showing you now, it has to be for good reason. The doors open and you are in an underground brick cellar, and you're moving through a very cold, a very sterile archway that has the overhanging fluorescent lights that don't chime, that don't audibly buzz. They're all in pristine and immaculate condition and just bathes this area in this really nauseating bright light. And to the right, you see an entire chamber that is set behind glass with automated motion activated doors that will lead you into what looks to be a laboratory of some sort. And I'm actually going to tee up Doc for the description. But in teeing up Doc for the description, Doc, I'm going to read to you a few things and then I want you to create this laboratory for us. And you, as a chemistry professor, I personally thought this was a great tee up to you. But I'm going to give you a couple little things and then I'm going to let you get where you want to go. 268 is the page I need to be on. Stick with me. Side note, viewers, I know you can't see our Zoom chat, but they are really stressed out right now about Leah.
I'm not. I'm fine.
You're doing great personally. I think this is the best things have ever been for you, babe.
Tiffany's face. Oh boy. When
I
an
don't like
eyebrow moves,
this.
when an eyebrow moves, you know Tiffany's really feeling something.
When you
Tiffany's
get Tiff to
embodying
emote,
something.
shit is serious.
Okay, Doc, I'm reading this to you, but I'm also offering it to our viewers so you have an idea of what you're working with. So, unique to thin blood vampires alone, blood alchemy allows the creation of potions that yield effects when consumed by the alchemist. So, creating these concoctions requires the distillation of the alchemist's blood, so the thin blood's blood, Leah's blood, a mix with mortal blood, and then some other side ingredients. And I'll kind of let you know what those look like here in a second. And all of this is cultivated, created by an equipment known as I'm going to mispronounce this. Is it an athanor? Yeah, it's some type of a furnace. There you go. You can have fun with whatever you look. So the thin blood can then drink these potions to get a desired effect. So Doc, what I need you to describe is what a home laboratory would look like that has this athanor, whatever this furnace is, that will
Yep.
have the ability to heat, cool, mix, distill, grind, and things of this nature. Almost think the combination of a laboratory and almost a kitchen kind of simultaneously. And this is just some of the things that would be here presently. You're going to have everything from, or I need to have blood from humans in some type of storage capacity, or if you tell me that there are humans caged up down here prisoner, I'll rock with that too. We have all the options in the world. I'll leave that to Doc
Oh.
and see how far he goes. That's your choice. We'll go from where we go. Glory does what the fuck she wants. But other ingredients that you may see in a situation like this are a lot of things like seasonings, herbs, thyme. There's also things that include potassium chloride, halon glass, bottled smog, ashes of a garrote. It's literally a combination between a home kitchen, a science lab, and what I'm almost getting is like a witch's den. Do you
Yeah,
feel comfortable
I'm,
jumping that up in a very sterile and clean environment?
I am definitely ready for that.
Let's rock. This is what you
All
walk
right,
into, Leah.
so as you walk down there, you not only see what looks to be a quartz lab bench, like a metal frame with a black top on top of it. In a corner, it looks almost like a kiln,
Mm.
but there are two strange doors. It looks like the top opens up. That's going to be the Athanor. Next to that, you have, for lack because we are in modern times,
Mhm.
what can only be described as a chemical storage cabinet that is cracked open. You can see inside there are amber bottles with handwritten labels.
Mm.
Some of them are labeled standard herbs and spices you would see in a kitchen, whereas others have more esoteric names that you're not sure you've heard of those, but they sound right to you.
Mm.
But what really stands out that surprisingly doesn't phase you or Gloria at all is just to the left of this laboratory. On the bench, you've got condensers and distillation apparatuses and flasks, and some of the bowls appear to be just KitchenAid bowls mixed with what looks like they may have pillaged from a high school chemistry lab. Which is very ironic. I have a bag of stuff from my lab from a Halloween demo show. So like I could have run and grabbed like they have this, and they have this, and they have this. But the biggest thing that stands out that you don't seem to be mind at all is a large steel cage. And inside of it, you can see four people wearing just undergarments, their mouths gagged, their hands bound. And what looks like next to it is a series of needles. And those, if you ever donated blood, those big red bags they collect blood from. And as soon as Gloria walks in, one of them charges right at the steel gate, but can't seem to open it. And as soon as they do that, she just turns to this person and they freeze in place because they know that anything they're going to do afterwards could make things worse for them.
Gloria glares this individual down and they immediately cow. And then she turns to you with a sharp smile and she beckons someone over from the corner. And what you see approaching you is a woman that is maybe 6'1, 6'2. She is thin. Her skin is pale, very pale, and her skin almost looks thin in a way, almost like white tissue paper. She is a redhead with vibrant blue eyes with it looks like someone took a bucket of orange and red paint and just threw it across her face, and that is just the spray, the constellation of freckles that are all across her face and dripping down into her chest. And she cuts her eyes at Gloria and she comes and she stands to attention directly before you. And Gloria says, "Child, this is Dolly. She's like you in many ways. However, she has skills that I think will be beneficial to you. Dolly, this is where you introduce yourself." And Dolly looks to Gloria and she looks probably down. She's 6'2" and thin, so she's probably looking down on Leah a bit. And she goes, "Yeah, yeah, I know thin blood alchemy. And I have been purchased to teach you."
Um, so right now there is an overlay of all the things that Gloria wishes in her mind. Gloria wants these things to happen. They're going to happen. But I think somewhere in the back of her mind, she hears that there's another thin blood and she's got red hair. And she has a flash of the person who she's seen in visions that is her creator.
Mm-hmm.
And she wonders if there is a connection. And I think for just a second, that curiosity slips in. And then she's brought back to the fact that mother's here. She wants something from her. I need to focus on that for right now. And so she will say, it is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Dolly. I'm Rosalia. It's nice to meet you. How can I start? Where do we begin? Are they cold? Can we get them a blanket? Do they need?
And then her eyes just cut over to Gloria. Gloria doesn't acknowledge. And she says, "You'll be training with Dahlia for the foreseeable future until we can help aid with your skills in this particular department. This will make you stronger. This will increase your survivability. And this will make you not as weak as you are now."
Yes, ma'am.
And then she looks to Dolly and she just wordlessly turns on her heels and walks away. And you can just hear those heels tapping on the stone as the lights pick up her motion activated intensity and step away. And Dolly's shoulders drop a bit and she looks to you. "Okay, so yeah, let's get started. You need to come out of that. There's no way that we're doing any type of alchemy or science or chemical or anything with you in a flammable dress. There's a wardrobe over there. Just go put something else on, please."
Um, Let me ask a really quick question before we get
Mm-hmm.
too much farther. And this is maybe also to describe this for the audience as well. Does a 3-point bond over overlap or rule someone's humanity?
No,
Okay. Okay.
no. So you can still be horrified that there are people in cages.
Okay. Great, great, great.
Yeah,
Cool. Thank you.
yeah,
I'm glad. I'm
yeah.
glad.
You can still be horrified that there are 4 people in cages in their undergarments. Yes.
Okay. So I'll go over and I'll pick out an outfit for myself that's just probably, I don't know, just like a what are those clean room suits called?
Scrubs? No.
Well, I mean, it could be scrubs, but like a hazmat suit or
There
whatever.
you go.
Like
Hazmat suit.
um And if there are extras, I will put 4 of them in the cage.
Okay. Hold on really fast. I just want to make sure I have in my head what a hazmat suit looks like, because I'm thinking
Oh,
something big and bulky, and it is.
well,
They're
I,
not. It's like a safety coverall. It's like
There we go.
if
Okay.
all of your clothes were sewn together with a hood.
I just think that I'm not putting the thing over my head. It's
Got
just,
it. Okay. So you're in a jumpsuit, is basically what I'm hearing
kind,
right
yeah,
here.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So you are able to slip onto this hazmat jumpsuit basically without the bulky head helmet, and you are dropping those into the cage with the other 4.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious. Are you still in the hills, or did you at least pull out of those 2?
Oh, but then I'd be barefoot, and that's not ladylike.
There's probably tennis shoes or boots in here. The
Okay, then I'll slip
upstairs
those
view is
on.
wide.
Yeah, then I'll
Like
slip those on.
trad kindred barefoot in the alchemy lab.
Oh, I feel gross. Oh, yuck. Okay, yes.
You drop these suits into the large cage, and the one individual that charged and stopped is going to watch the first 3 fall, and then finally accept that 4th one from you hand by hand. And she doesn't say anything to you, but she immediately starts the process of distributing them to the other people. And you can just see the relief of warmth being introduced into this very cold, frigid, sterile environment. And you can just see that relief as, this huddled group of both trauma and also trying to generate body heat is able to separate at least a bit with a show of kindness and the fact that they're going to have some type of covering on. Dolly looks to you and she says, okay, so from what I understand, you don't know anything about thin blood alchemy at all, right? You're brand new to this?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay.
I was made in a hotel room and left with
Hey,
the rats.
listen, respectfully, I don't care. Sorry.
Fair.
This isn't this isn't going to be
I
this
don't
isn't
know anything.
Thank you. Okay. So, let's get started with the basics. We're thin bloods. We don't have access to the same powers of the blood or disciplines or abilities that most of these vampires have. So we have to compensate. Now, that doesn't mean that we're completely helpless. It doesn't mean we're completely useless. Our blood does have some properties, but it requires chemical enhancement, some magical, some not, to, I don't know, amplify, bring it to the surface, make it usable for us. There are different levels, but it's basically distillation with blood. Have I lost you so far, or are you at least still with me?
She's writing notes.
Okay.
Uh, I'm here.
Okay. It costs blood to make this. You can only carry so many at a time, but you're going to have to rouse your blood every single time you want to do one of these creations, which means if you want to start stockpiling these or if you want to start a regular routine, you're going to have to eat more. You're going to be hungrier. You're going to have to compensate for that. There's a science to it, but there's also a grace. I don't know if you have any cooking experience. I don't want to hear your life story if you do, but it's almost the same property where you have to cook with love in order for you to feel the effects. And I don't know what that looks like for you. That's something that you'll explore during the process. I can't find that for you. I can just give you some direction as you go along. Let's discuss some of the lower level potions that we can create. And as she's walking through and giving you a tour of this lab that Doc just deliciously described, some of the ideas that you can look for level 1. And Tracy, let me know if you want to go back and forth with this, because you have a couple that you have put on your sheet pending this training. But like, one of the abilities at low level is far reach, and it means you've learned a formula that can give you supercharged telekinetic abilities for a short amount of time. What is one of the ones that you did choose, baby?
I chose Jailer's Bane, which means it's much easier for me to escape if someone tries to like handcuff me or lock me in a room. I can use that to get out of being grappled, I think. Something like that.
Something like that. So these are
Yeah.
like the little booms, the little buffs, the little
Hmm.
things that can make, and all of them have their own ingredient list
Yeah.
and their own distillation process. Most of them, all of them require your blood. Most of them require blood from another human.
Yeah. And it has to be, the resonance has to match whatever the spell type is or whatever
Spell
it's.
type is, yeah.
Yeah.
And resonance is one of those things I deliberately dropped from this campaign because I just didn't feel like dealing with it.
I'm
So
down.
yeah,
I'm
so
down
we're
with
doing like
ignoring that.
a hybrid version of just like you just need mortal blood, and the resonance is, per into 4 people that have been developed here.
Hmm.
So Leah, you're going to start working on your very, very first potion. And we don't have to go through the entire mechanics of this because this is going to be something that's going to be happening during the week
Yeah.
and a half that, the coterie has been separating, you're onboarding into your new existence. But Dolly is in the basement. Mother expects you to go down once a night and spend a significant amount of time with Dolly learning how to craft and create these potions.
And I think unless I have been given specific orders not to, I will bring food down with me. I'll bring food down with me. And I'm not even sure right now what state of mind that she's in. I mean, she's real high off the Malkavian blood right now.
Very much
Um,
so.
yeah. So I'm not entirely sure what her state of mind is in this. However, as far as she's concerned, she has to please Mother,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so cruel that these people. So I think she's playing a delicate balance of maybe not trying to lie to Gloria because that would hurt her to do. That
Mm-hmm.
sucks. But, bringing a couple of sausage biscuits down, or like making some whatever and having it in her pockets when she comes down to feed. She might ask them their names because that's a thing that she does now,
Mm-hmm.
but also she might not because there can't be any good end for these people.
Yeah.
But there doesn't, and as far as Leah is concerned, there doesn't need to be, she doesn't need to be cruel.
I'll give you this much, Leah, as we're nearing closing out this particular scene. If Mother or anyone else on staff, or even Dolly, knows that you're feeding these captives, no one seems to really care. Even
Okay.
if it's noticed, no one seems to really care. Now, the Glory Foundation has a private chef that comes on and does all this cooking. So you're always welcome to make orders with the private chef and have that food. You can collect those dishes and take it down. That's not a problem. Mama Kathy is definitely going to be making a soup again sometime this week. You're
Yes.
welcome to take that down to them. It doesn't seem like anyone cares that you're feeding the pets in the basement. The
Okay.
rats in a cage. It doesn't seem like intentional cruelty is the point.
Right.
So
Okay.
Gloria, no one seems to care if you're doing that. This group in the basement, it's so interesting how quickly humans can adapt to the impossible situations. They went from
Mm.
living their regular lives to being caged and cold and frightened to almost anticipating or guessing what's going to be brought to them on the final day. Like you become like the highlight of their day on just what food you may be bringing down to them at any given time. Dolly eats as well. It looks like she's on the same diet that they are, and it does also look like she consumes and can get nutrients from both human food and blood, very similar to you. But yeah, that's going to be your experience as sneaking or bringing food down to the captives that are in this massive cage. Keeping them warm, you can bring them entertainment, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't seem like anyone really cares what you're doing with the people in the cages. Gloria's only focus is that you are learning how to make these potions. Now,
Okay.
I need you to throw me a chop, please. We are going in three, two, one, throw.
Frick. Frick.
Holy
I have not won
hell.
a chop in 4 games.
That's I'm so excited for her. Storyteller threw rocks.
I threw scissors. I have not won a chop in 4 freaking games.
No, that is absolutely
Great.
stunning.
Great.
Okay, so
So what is that? What happens now? What did I do wrong now?
no, no, no. You doing something wrong in this game? Never, never. Everything is fine. Like,
Yep,
honestly,
it's
your
all fine.
life couldn't be better right now.
No, it's great. It's great.
This is absolutely stunning. No, so you are finishing up from your training for one night and you have your very first potion that you have concocted.
Cool.
And you are stepping away. You have this almost held to your chest. This is a creation. This is something that you've created. This is also empowerment and
Mm,
education. And it's also you finally being able to get the 10 in 2 hands on this thin blood existence, which has been
yes.
nothing but an avalanche backwards into despair.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you hit onto the service elevator And there are a group of gentlemen, and three of them that are all in navy blue jumpsuits. And they have an icon on their sewn into their thing or into their jumpsuits that looks like a local crematorium. And they step out as you step in. One of them kind of drops your head and does the ma'am and the miss, and you go up as they go down. And they go past the glass lab, glass
Mm-hmm.
face lab. They don't look inside. They don't care about the people. They don't care about Dolly cleaning up or sitting in a corner, eating the rest of a sandwich of panini that you brought down to her. They don't care. They go into a darker chamber in the back. And I'm going to tee this up to Tiffany to close out the scene and describe. Tiffany, here's what is happening that Leah unfortunately missed with a chop.
Oh no.
Did you watch the Nourish Us episode where all the animals were going insane and they were vomiting up black bile and their hearts were black and shriveled? Gloria has been experimenting with animals in another lab that's downstairs. This is all something that she has manufactured with the help of this thin blood. Well, now that Leah's home and she's in control of Leah's feeding, she doesn't need to compromise Leah's herd anymore, which means this entire experiment can be concluded. So these three gentlemen are here to put down any existing farm animals that they have experimented on, bag up the entire area, and then take it off to the incinerator. Just give me a quick narrative of what this looks like as these three individuals in the blue jumpsuits walk into this area.
They would be pushing like a cart, like a mortician's cart almost. They come in, they probably put their hoods up, they put masks on, and they're gonna have their goggles. So like right before they open the door, that's what they do. They're gonna open the door and you're gonna see them pause briefly because they know what they're walking into. They go in and they start just um if the animals haven't been put down yet,
Mm-hmm.
there might be an echo of um silenced gunfire.
Yep.
And then you'll just hear things slamming onto a metal cart, and they just stack it and stack it and stack it. And so then they throw a blanket or a cover.
Mm-hmm.
You might see some different colored fur or a hoof or whatever. If some of the animals are too big,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to hear a chainsaw and there are going to be pieces. And then as they pull this cart out, there'll probably be a sticky black drip that follows them out. And they will probably let somebody know, whoever they need to let know, that they will have to clean that up because they're just taking this stuff out to the incinerator. And then they're probably covered head to toe in black, ichor dripping, nast, splattered. Yeah. And then you might only see two come out, and one is staying in, probably hosing down the room with like a pressure washer because there's probably a drain in the middle of the floor.
Absolutely a drain in the middle of the floor where blood and ichor and tissue are just being rinsed down. I love the idea that the two gentlemen who are pushing this cart stacked with corpses enter into the elevator, turn, and as they hit the close button, you just see the other gentleman in almost another hazmat suit hosing down this room as this blood and ichor falls into the drain. And then that's where we are going to close that scene. Ivy, what have you been up to this last week?
Um, I have been talking with Kevin and clearing up that situation with the Bruja and all that, which also promptly reminded me that I had a job, sort of. She's a Bruja. I don't know why she needs me, but so I have to go find the baby I'm supposed to be sitting. And so I'll probably like ask Kevin or go to Celeste or whoever I need to track her down so that I can do what I'm supposed to do.
No. Okay. I love that. So I like the idea that you are talking to Kevin on a Saturday night. You guys are kind of discussing next steps on what's going on. And then Sunday night, you can't get a hold of him. And then
Okay.
Monday night, you can't get a hold of him. And Tuesday night is about, you're like, all right, we're at the 72-hour marker. This is weird. What's going on? And you just get a single response back from him. And either Doc or um Tracey take this one. You know, out of character, what Kevin is currently going through right now.
Mhm.
But he can't risk Ivy coming into this unraveling. So it's going to sound Kevin-ish, but it's also going to sound broken. What's a quick text message that we think Kevin sent?
I'm okay, but I have to take care of something.
That feels very Kevin.
Yeah, it does.
That feels very, very Kevin. Okay. All right. So, and then suddenly Kevin falls off of your radar, Ivy.
Okay.
There's
Then
something that feels
I
almost
have
lonely about that.
I mean, like in a way, like I probably relate to it a little bit. So I'm okay with like backing off and giving him space because he replied.
He did reply.
And, I don't want people in my shit. So, so I get it.
Yeah.
So that means then I have to ball up my fists and reach out to Celeste.
Okay.
If that means like, so I would assume that I've heard from other people like how she likes to be approached. Should I go to her lab? Should I go to or should I text her ahead of time? Like what's the best way that I've heard to reach out to her?
I just have to say it because I think it's really funny. I think the best way to reach her is always go through her whip.
Yeah, but that's not
Which
an
is
option.
Kevin.
Right, but it's
Which
not
is
an option.
Kevin, yeah.
That's not an option right now. But I think, especially with the way Heinrich has been embodying Celeste, I think it would be go through the whip. And when that's not an option because the whip is compromised, I think you would be clear just to go through her directly. Now, you know that she has an aversion for technology, which is why
Right.
you're asking, should I go to her lab? Should I go to a classroom? Should I go to somewhere? I am not a big fan of embodying other people's PCs on the show. I try to leave that directly to them, mostly because they do so much better than I possibly could. So I don't want to do a scene with Celeste, but I do want
Okay.
you to be able to get the information that you need, which is, what are you looking for right now? Just, do you have a 20 on this woman? Like, do you know
Yeah,
where she
like
is?
where is she, like where should I go meet her? Or do you have a way for me to contact her? What was her
Oh.
name again, by the way?
It was Corinne Bashar.
That's right.
I can't remember like my sister's birthday sometimes, but I remember that.
But you remember that? Corinne Bouchard. I love it. So, Tracy, I just saw your message. I'm going to say no just because that's another avalanche that I just don't want to put on right now.
That's fair. That's
y'all
fair.
got
That's
enough.
fair.
But yes, but just there's enough going on right now. So, yeah, let's just do this, Tiffany. If you reach out to Celeste, which probably at this point is almost like one of the old school analog voicemails to something. She probably has a voicemail box that's one of her ghouls checks for her or something. And if you're
Well,
saying,
if
hey,
I know she's that averse to technology,
Mhm.
I'll send a courier.
Perfect. Absolutely flawless. That is chef's kiss. I love creative storytellers. That amazing. So if you send a courier, you're going to get a response from the courier, and the courier has a full attitude. It's probably somebody that you feed upon, which is fine. But the courier leaves happy, comes back with a full attitude, and it's just like, man, she's a bitch, and hands you hands you back a message that gives you Corinne's contact information, and
Okay.
then the request for a trivial boom.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine. Fuck this bitch.
Imagine if it had been Natasha.
I ain't asking that bitch for nothing.
So go ahead and update your internal records. You owe a trivial boon to the Bruja Primogen Celeste Reigns.
Hold on, I'm just gonna make a new page in my notebook that says boons and who I owe them to.
Listen, boons literally change stories. Who
Yes.
you owe debt to is very powerful, and who has debt over you is very powerful. If you
And
had
you may
enough
note,
boons, you could move Gloria any direction you wanted to. Prestation
and
is a very real thing.
that's right. And Doc and I don't have any because we
No,
can't.
because you're not allowed to have them. Because
No.
So quite quick question though,
Mhm.
system question
Yeah.
or politics question. So before,
Mhm.
depending on where you were in the hierarchy of the Camarilla, could can you trade boons?
Yeah.
Like so like if Celeste or if somebody has yeah, or like if I
Mhm.
do something and like Celeste wants something, I will pass her boon to like Connor
Yes.
or I mean not that
Yes.
I would, but you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, you're 100%. I think that's a great thing just to take a quick moment to pause on. Boons are currency, just like you remember when you were playing Tiffany. So, yeah, you can absolutely trade boons. You can trade boons with each other. You can pay people with other people's boons. Absolutely.
Okay.
Another thing that I'll just tee this up as a potential strategy, you can always pay a harpy for someone else's boon ledger just to get an idea of where their debts are sitting. So, if you paid Harpy Natasha enough money, you could potentially get Gloria's boon debt and see who has debt over her that might be worth trying to buy or acquire to maneuver or do her. I mean, Gloria might charge you, I'm not Gloria, Harpy Natasha may charge you out the ass for it. She might charge you and say, here's this, but you're going to have to pay me another major, not to go tell Gloria you just asked for it. I mean,
Hmm.
all of that is wheeling and dealing. But yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure because like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also going back, do I just have to teach Nia the bitch glass
Uh huh.
that um my my thumb,
Hmm.
but it's my sire's has a life boon, right?
I'd have to go back and listen to the episode or go look
Okay.
at her notes. But unless I'm wrong, he paid her a major boon from you. So you owe a major to the prince right now.
Okay.
And you had to teach her your version of Blood Thumb
Right.
for Rite of Destruction.
Okay.
Now, listen, is it great that the prince has a boon over you? No.
It's also not surprising though.
It's
I
not
mean,
surprising. Is it great that Nia Glass has a boon over you? Absolutely not. Is it great that Nia Boone has a Nia Glass has a boon over you? Yes, because it's a major boon over a Banu Hakim. So if some shit happens, she's more inclined to protect her investment than to let something happen to you. So boons are very interesting psychology and currency. Also, being owed a debt to a prince makes you harder to kill.
yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
a Bruja goes, all right, I'm ready for Rite of Destruction on this Banu Hakim, and Nia Glass is like, that bitch owes me a major. Nah, you can't have it. Not until I cash in that major, at least.
Right.
So there's some
Or
fun conversation and back and forth. Go ahead, Tracy.
or sometimes in some circles, if you kill a person who owes something, you absorb their debt.
You absorb
Hmm.
their debt.
Hmm.
It
Yep.
depends on how like traditional or old fashioned the prince is
Yeah.
or that harpy is, but yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, having owing someone important a debt is good too. It,
Correct.
it's a double-edged sword.
It's a
Yeah.
double edged sword. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
clear that up from what I
Yep.
was remembering. I
No,
mean, I
it,
played a lot of Sabat, so I had to remember some of the.
some of it, yes. No, it's a great question for our viewers, and it's a great question as I continue to introduce prestation debt into the system that we kind of have some clarity on that one. So yeah, you owe a trivial boon right now to the Primogen of Clan Bruja, which just
Okay.
optically, I can't wait till that hits Natasha's ledger because that's like these people. It's about to get real bad real fast. But but yeah, you now have Corinne's contact information. You have the address that she's staying at, and you have her phone number. You have her email address.
Okay. Then I will go to her residence.
Okay,
Does it look like are there lights on? Are there
that's a great question, Corinne. Where are you staying temporarily here in Columbus? Where you been
I
staying? Are you even there now?
I yes, I think she is. And I think that she probably has a suite. Do I want it to be at the Levesque? Ooh.
Oh, now it has to be. It has to be at the Levesque Tower. Now it has to be.
Okay, Levesque Tower. Okay. Let me send some pictures to the non-Ohioans. If you look at our logo, which do I have the sticker here? If you look at our logo, there is a point, a very sharp, pointy thing. And that's the Levesque Tower. I think it's the tallest building in that.
Okay.
Might still be
And
the
it
tallest building in
is,
Columbus.
yep. And it is, they have apartments and suites. And let me send you this information. But so when you were looking at the night sky, this is the tallest building in it in Columbus. It is one of the oldest buildings here. Let me get another image. There we go. And then maybe Asset Daddy can pop that up on the screen. Anyway,
Oh
um,
yeah.
it is attached to theaters and restaurants and business offices. But at the very top, there are executive suites and conference rooms and things like that. Um, and I don't think she is staying in the most expensive or topmost suite, but she's staying in one of them, one of the more expensive
Mm.
spots. Um, and for there's just a whole service that kind of comes with being in a place that is that affluent, which means there's a doorman, and the doorman knows things and can help you with things. The person in the lobby can help send things up to your room or send away people
Mhm.
that you don't want to talk to. So there's a lot of like anonymity that is baked into a building that is as expensive and high end as this. And so they would probably ring up to her room first to let you know that, or to let her know that there's a guest. That would be my
Oh,
guest.
I love it. That's perfect.
So are you coming up to her room or is she meeting you in the lobby?
Well, if they got to call up, I guess it's up to her then.
Oh.
Um, she will have them send Ivy up.
Oof. Okay.
Okay, I will go up.
Tiffany
Um,
looked so excited.
Oh, come on, a little family reunion. It's great.
Right, it'd be great.
So then yeah, she will, the elevator on her floor will open up into her um suite, I guess. I
Mhm.
don't know the penthouse is,
Her penthouse. Yep.
yeah. And she'll be sitting, probably reading a newspaper in like she didn't just have someone send you up. She's just reading a newspaper.
uh, I will step in the room and then step to the right of the door and just stand there like a bodyguard waiting for her.
And she will take her sweet time and probably giggle at something that she read that she thinks is funny. And when she sets the paper down, the thing that she is giggling at is like a crime rate statistic. Like just something that is not fucking funny at all. Um,
I hate it.
and she will sit it down and look at Ivy. Welcome back, my dear niece. How are you?
Doing well after the water park incident. Sorry about that.
Ooh, what happened? That sounds so delicious.
They didn't tell you about that?
I'm not a citizen of this domain, so if I want information, I have to pay extra.
I would still think somebody of your status would still get that information. How rude of them.
Yes, it's very rude, but for all intents and purposes, I can just get it now for free.
You can. So yeah, it looked like there was some necromancy foolery going on down there and we had to save Justice. Um he was going to be sacrificed or eaten or something. There were other thin bloods and creatures, and the place basically had to be shut down and cleaned out.
So you helped save the Scourge's life?
I did. I actually carried him out myself while I was bleeding out.
Oh, and how much did they pay you?
Ivy's face just like goes flat and like kind of like looks at her like, really? Apparently I don't get paid for that.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, dear. Please have a seat. She indicates a chair across from her.
She'll come in and sit down.
And I think one of the things Ivy may or may not notice is that she has circled some things with red pen in the newspaper, and they seem to be obituaries.
Mm.
Just a couple of random circled obituaries with red marker. Um, I think this, far be it for me to speak ill of my brother's education techniques, but when you save the life of a city officer, that's never for free. Now I know not everyone likes to deal with mean old Nia Glass, but I remember when she was just a child. She can be pushed around too. I know she's scary now. She's a prince. But if you have saved her officer, one whose precise job was to do what you did, either you get to have his role, which I'm not certain, are you interested in becoming Scourge?
I might be.
You'd have to drink Nia's blood. And she kind of leans in a little to see what her answer is going to be. Does that change it?
Like you could see like Ivy like visibly like recoil, like she lifts her hands off the like the armrest, like ugh. Nope.
See, that's the challenge with the way that Nia has set up her praxis. So, my dear, it is not that I don't love our very brief and not wordy at all conversations, but why are you here?
My other job. Apparently, somebody thinks you need a babysitter.
Is that you being coy or do you really not know?
I really don't know. You think Moses tells me anything? Are you kidding?
Moses and I were raised traditionally, if that is the best way of putting it. I'm not certain that it is. He tends to keep everything very close to the vest. And yes, he has his little rumor mongers that run around and like to start problems. But really, he's deeply, deeply insecure. Why do you think he keeps your leash so tight?
Well, I figured that out.
And the rest of your siblings, are they all on
They're
your
idiots.
level? Ah,
No.
yes. Yes, but then they have the brute ones who tend to outfight all the rest. And then, see, here's the problem. My brother and I parted ways. As I'm sure you can tell, things got a little complicated in our relationship. He doesn't want me here.
Oh, is that why I'm here? Because he
Yes.
doesn't want me here either.
Ah, perhaps. Did he choose you, or did he let one of your siblings make the decision? Or did the oldest get to choose, or the one who ate the most recent, or the one who fights the hardest, or the one that bleeds the most but still doesn't fall? What were the challenges this time?
So Joshua chose me.
Joshua, is he the one that smells like sunscreen and sweat and sadness?
Yes.
Mm. Yes, well, he's an idiot. So, what is it that you need from me to appease my brother that I am taken care of and out of his way?
I don't know. I just am trying to juggle all these things and not be in more trouble. I also wanted to come and see you because I had a talk with the whip and I didn't realize my situation with the Bruja were as dire as they were. I've got it handled now. I fixed that situation. So,
You fixed it.
well, I mean, I put a band-aid on it for now, I guess.
The whip almost didn't leave the room. Did he tell you that? Probably not. Clan secrets.
Didn't Almost didn't leave the room. What do you mean?
Well, let's just say that when I left Moses's family, becoming a Bruja was only so different. Yes, I didn't have the secrets that I was promised, the magic that I was promised, and all the wonderful tools at my disposal that your sire has that I no longer have access to. But they're not that different. We all have our trials, and if we wish to prove ourselves, sometimes it comes down to fisticuffs.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's not shocking that Bruja would have a beat down to figure out that kind of thing.
He chose to walk down that way so that he could handle talking to you. Did he tell you that?
No, also not surprising. He's better
He,
than me.
he's different. He doesn't have the serpent in him. He has a zeal. And I think that is why your sire dislikes me so much. Because I was created as a Bruja. We were supposed to be side by side, fighting out like you and what was his name?
Joshua?
Joshua. Joshua. What a beautiful name wasted on such an idiot. We were fought next to one another for ages. We were still alive then. He and I, hand in hand, fought alongside one another, promising that when all this was over and we had the gifts and the promises and the blessings of the Banu Hakim, that we would take over the world together. But he wasn't there. And I was sold to the Bruja. Well, anyway, that's a story for another day. What we're here about is your friend Kevin and you and how you fit into this story. He was almost killed by his clan because he wanted to make sure he was the one that dealt with you. You may have sorted things with Kevin, but there are members in his clan, members in my clan, who are still angry.
I don't,
Celeste, I'm sorry, please.
well, I don't blame any of them. They don't understand. Do you think Moses is going to give them an explanation? Do you think any of them are going to believe anything I have to say in that situation?
No, he has done what we were taught. As long as you keep them at odds with each other, they cannot join forces and turn against you. Well, so here is what I suggest. I suggest you and I work out a little arrangement.
I was going to say the same thing.
Fantastic. I love it when like minds come together.
So you want blood sorcery?
Is that something you are willing to give away?
Well, I'm already teaching one person that shouldn't have it, so I should be teaching somebody who should.
I want you to know I also am a snake. You know that, right?
I assume. I assume that of most people. It's only a matter of time before you bite me in the ass.
Good girl. Now, what would you like?
All right, I have this situation. I know you're not of this domain, so I don't know how much reach you have. My friend that I will take a bullet for, or stake if I have to, is under control of a very dangerous and out of control Malkavian.
Why is it always Malkavians?
Because they slowly will downward spiral and nobody seems to notice until it's so dangerous that it's a liability. And she is a liability. And that is a no no in this domain. And nobody seems to see it because I think that she has gotten enough boons and influence, and she's given so many that she's allowed to walk free.
She is a curiosity, even to those outside the domain who have heard whispers of her.
And we have to get her at least to take a nap for a while.
The Malkavians are already at a fever pitch. They
Yeah, they're
are.
not doing well. But I was told from a fellow Malkavian how bad it actually is. So they are aware that Gloria is not doing well.
And they do nothing. They are allowing a Banu Hakim to clean up their messes.
I think they're scared.
I was young here once. I knew of Edmund. I'm not sure they're scared of her. My guess would be they're scared of him. But if he was beckoned, then he must be off the table. If there was ever a time to move against a clanmate that has lost their way, this would be the time to do it, would it not?
I would think. I'm just wondering how much I have to clean up this city before I am no longer a smear on the bottom of someone's boot.
Well, you've already saved a city officer. That's a good start. Ooh, that sounded very close to praise. Please don't let me imply that I enjoy doing that. But on the reverse side of what you just said, people who go out of their way to affect and positively change this city, you're rewarded, aren't you?
I should be. I still have to go to Nia and ask her about the Scourge situation. I'm also upset that Leah wasn't given back to justice and was handed over to Gloria. I don't think that was the smartest move.
I think, my dear, sometimes you must think with a more politic mind. If there are movements on the chessboard that you cannot yet anticipate, you must study chess. So, um, perhaps I can assist you in that vein. I can do a little research on who is making what moves, and perhaps I can let you know in advance what those moves may be.
So, can I ask you a question? You said you've been around since Nia was young. Would it be plausible for me to see her about saving justice and in return ask that she take a look at Gloria? Or should I have more evidence? Should I talk to the Malkavians?
I think here's what my first instincts are. My instincts are this. If you ever, this does not just count for Nia Glass, this is something your sire should have taught you. Making someone believe that something is their idea, especially if they are a person who prides themselves on their free will and their intelligence and their ability to manipulate. If you let them think it is their idea, they will go with it without powers needed. If you can provide something that makes it sound like she can come up with the idea on her own, perhaps a temporary assistance to fill in since the scourge is absent, and you and your friends, your little friends, have had your feet on the ground. You spared her a loss of face. You spared the domain. the loss of a city officer. Maybe you don't need a boon, but since you were doing her a favor and the domain a favor, perhaps you could continue, and it will allow you a bit more freedom. You are thinking more specifically about this thin blood and this Malkavian, but I think if you think in a larger picture, you will be allowed freedoms that you might not have been. Go to her, test the waters, talk about the scourge situation, how the domain was saved face. You didn't make a big scene about not receiving compensation because you were helping the domain succeed. And that makes her look good and not like she failed to compensate and recognize those who show ambition. And then, depending upon how you feel she's responding, you might have to give a little. You might have to kiss up, I think, is the best way of putting it. People who are narcissists love to be fed that they are the best, that they are in charge, that they are so powerful. I'm cherished, but then I was feared. Go to her. Use the scourge situation as a opening in conversation, and then see what her pride will cost her.
It's a very good job or very good idea. And yeah, just let me know when you want me back to teach you.
We should get our story straight if your sire calls me or comes to call.
Mm-hmm.
So please go do whatever it is that you do. I'll be here enjoying my view, um, and maybe checking in with some of my clanmates. I will make sure that if he reaches out to me, so long as you and I are still in contact, that I will give him an appropriate response to how well you've been taking care of me.
Excellent. And you'll reach out to me with anything that you need.
We'll see. My rider is pretty big.
Okay. This is not at all going to fuck me over as I like walk into the elevator.
You certainly make a better Banu Hakim than I do a Bruja, darling. Kisses.
And I think that's a perfect place to absolutely end that scene. Connor, where are you asking the coterie to meet you?
Quarry Trails, the place where we actually became a coterie.
Okay. Let's reconcile just a very few quick things. One, you
Sure.
get a an uncomfortable message back from Kevin. Can attend, follow up later. And you know that Kevin isn't available for some reason. What do you reach out and say to Ivy? Is this a text message? Is it a calendar invite that populates on her phone? Is it a phone call?
It's going to be a text message.
Okay. This says,
Uh, Please come to Quarry Trails Park, and I'll have a time.
Okay.
It's a real simple message.
how do you get in touch with Leah?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've been thinking about ever since you asked about when we're doing this recording. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to call her.
Okay. Leah, did mother switch out your cell phone? I feel
Oh,
like
she
she
sure
would.
did. Yeah, yeah, she did. Yeah.
Phone's disconnected.
I will drive out to the foundation where I know that she's been staying.
Yeah, the Hellman Bexley. Okay.
Yep. And when we were last there, we were greeted at the door. Is there anybody greeting us this time?
Yeah, no, if you come and knock on the door, one of the house staff will come. It's probably, you know what I like is as you are knocking on the door, that Liz is on her way out. So it's like you knock, knock, and the door's going to swing open. She's like, oh,
Mhm.
hi.
Hi, I'm looking for Leah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, gothic chick. Yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, I'm late. Just head inside. Somebody will help find your way.
Mm, Thank you.
Mm,
And I'll walk through and do that sort of thing where you're looking for somebody, but you don't want to ask right away. Kind of like,
right.
maybe around here, and down this hallway, down that hallway.
Yeah, you turn one hallway and you can see the passing of someone that you just missed, but it almost seems like they recognize the passing of you that they just missed, and then
Mhm.
a woman steps back and she is wearing an old worn but very cozy OSU shirt, and she's wearing black leggings, and she probably has on Chucks or Crocs or something very comfortable. Her hair's pulled back into a ponytail. She has a book in her hand that she has her thumb in between as a placeholder, and she goes, "Hey, sweetie, are you lost?
A little bit. I'm looking for someone.
Who are you looking for?
Uh, Her name is Leah.
Oh, are you a friend?
Yeah, yeah.
What? What's your
I'm
name?
trying to get in touch with her, and her phone wasn't going through, so I wanted to stop by.
Oh, the phone she's had since high school, and it's a terrible phone. I can't believe that the foundation was able to get her a better phone. What's your
Oh,
name?
uh, Connor, just Connor.
Hi, Connor. I'm Kathy. Then she steps out and she reaches a hand out to you.
I'll take her hand, and I'm making a point as I'm talking to her. There is full eye contact.
Mm-hmm. I'll go get Leah for you. You can have a seat here, or if you want to go into the kitchen, dinner's just getting ready to come out.
Oh, I just ate, thanks.
Okay. And a few minutes later, Leah, Kathy is going to come and find you and tell you that there is a very handsome boy that's downstairs looking for you. And then kind of gives you the so when you're going to tell me you had handsome boys coming around looking for you type of face.
I think she's really curious to who that could be because uh, right now, the way her brain is concerned, she doesn't really feel anything really strongly for other people. So I think for a minute that gives her pause. Are you talking about Eduardo?
No, Leah, what did he just say? His name was Connor? Conrad? I think it was Connor.
Connor.
Mm-hmm. Curly hair, dark, has to pull back into a ponytail, nice
Um,
suit.
does Gloria know that he's here?
I don't know. He said he came here looking for you. He knew you were here. I don't think he
Yeah,
has
sure,
your new
sure.
phone number. Baby, you have to make sure you give the new number out to your friends, especially your
I
cute
just,
ones.
I've been recovering and I've just been, yes, I will go meet my guests. And she'll probably not really think too much about it, but like try to, um, you know, Gloria says that she should always look her best and represent her in a good way. And so she will make her way to the room and um, enter wearing like the long skirt, and she probably looks like um, I don't know, a Victorian librarian.
Does look like a Victorian librarian. I love that, which is perfect. Let's put him in like a small study or a small library waiting on you.
Hi,
Mr. Rowe, it's good to see you. How are you?
Mr. Rowe. Never called me Mr. Rowe. You look nice, by the way. This is a new look for you, huh?
Thank you. Yes. Miss St. John has gone out of her way to provide me a lot more. education on how to present myself. And yeah. Um, you look good.
Thanks. I tried to call you, but they said your phone got disconnected.
Oh, yes. Mama Kathy did remind me that I should give you out my number, and she will pull out of her pocket a business card.
Ouch.
And it's, nice. It's fancy and it's on good cardstock and it has like gold embossing. Um,
Cillian Rail font, the whole nine.
and she hands it to him. That's you're the first person to receive one of these cards. So to what do we owe this pleasure? The honor
And
of your visit.
I'm gonna look at the card and say, well, I was trying to get the gang back together. I had some things to pass out. I figured we could all get together, even for a little bit. I mean, I know I can see you're busy, but we're gonna all head out to that quarry park.
That sounds really quaint. That's sweet. I'll have to put on my boots probably, won't I? Let me just go check the calendar and make sure I have some free time. Please make yourself comfortable, and if you need anything to eat, I'm sure that Eduardo, if you find him, can find you something to eat. I'll be back. It's good to see you, Mr. Rowe.
Internally, I'm doing my best to hide it on my face, but Connor's beast is flaring up at this just disrespect from somebody that just a few days ago was a friend.
Disrespect. I'm being so polite.
That's the thing. That's what I mean. Like I just look at the business card and there's like a half second, like almost half crumpling it before I put it in my pocket. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Um, and I think she'll just go and make sure that Gloria's all right. She'll tell her where they're going, and say that, probably take a couple of hours, but she'll be home before dawn. As
Hold
long
on.
as that's
Sorry. No, I need to get a new cord for this. It keeps falling out of the mic. Okay, sorry. And text test. Okay, we're okay. Sorry.
So, Bridgett, are you telling me your hold's too loose?
Hey, listen, we got stretches for
Damn.
that.
Sorry.
Damn.
Sorry, I had to get out some
Yeah,
of that.
get
Oof.
off some of that. Yes, no, I love it. I love it. I love it. So we'll keep this one brief, but you are able to connect with Gloria, who is currently sitting in her office, just idly thrumming through email on her desk. So just very briefly, you're able to go in and what is it that you're telling mother?
Um, Mr. Rowe has stopped by and he's in the library. He would like to know if it's all right if I come and join the gang, the gang, um, at a little location at a park.
Tete a
He said
tete.
that there are gifts he wants to pass out. He looks lonely.
He does look lonely. And she'll turn a monitor where she's been watching him come into the house and follow him in. He does look lonely, doesn't he?
He does.
Is this something that you are actually interested in doing? Do you want to go to the park at night and
I, th-
exchange gifts?
I think that it is good to diversify my social experiences.
Edmund taught me that the diversification of one's portfolio is imperative for its growth and survivability. This, she points at the monitor, is not a good investment. That's a liability. Why Prince Glass hasn't had it destroyed yet, I don't understand personally. 30
Well,
years under the accounting. That one doesn't even know how to venture. We should teach it.
we should.
We
That
should
would be
invite it
such
for
a
tea.
kindness.
We should invite it for tea and teach it how to venture. We have a better grasp on the clan of kings than that one does.
I think Edmund left you perfectly suited to help.
Then that is the cost for me allowing you out into the mud to frolic with the gang. If you go out and you muddy your feet and your time with them, he comes to us and we will clean him up and teach him how to be a proper venturer.
That that sounds lovely. All right. I will do my best to make you proud, Mother. And she will lean in and kiss her on either cheek. Um, before his suit could use a little bit of more tailoring. We can work on that.
I'll get an entire menu of things to discover or to discuss at tea time.
You are the most generous. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Uh, she will make her way out of the room. And on her way over to Connor, she will swing by a closet and come into the library with a cloak kind of folded over her arm. Yes, let's go. I will let you know that she would like for you to return for tea. She insists. It's the
Does she?
cost. Everything has a price, doesn't it, Mr. Rowe?
Connor, please call me Connor.
If you insist.
And I'll start heading out. Do you need a ride?
I
Oh, you
mean,
know, mother bought you a new car, but this is your call how you want to travel out there. She didn't specify.
are you my host?
I was just coming to check on you because you didn't pick up your phone, but if you'd like, I'd be happy to drive you. Haven't seen you in a few days.
If I would like. It's fine. I have a car. I can get there myself. Thank you.
Oh,
I,
all right. And you just see this crack in Connor's visage of just like, damn.
Mm.
she asked him if he was her host, and he said, well, I just wanted to see how you were.
I mean, host is such a loaded word.
So she is going to drive. She is going to
She'll
go get
drive.
into. Tracy doesn't know what cars are cool and hip anymore. Like, I don't have any idea what a nice car would be.
It's probably an
But
Audi or
I
something.
don't know why, but Tiffany always swings through with really good car things. I don't know why, but every time I ask Tiffany what an NPC is driving, she always knocks it out of the park. I don't even know if you're a car person, but what do you think? What new, brand new toy did Gloria get her baby?
Probably a Cadillac Escalade, all black
Yeah.
with chrome wheels.
That's so obnoxious. That's so obnoxious. Yep, it's a black Escalade. Some far
that,
upgrade to what you were driving before, but you need something to escort your moms when you guys go to
right.
these plays that she has
Right.
set up for you, and yeah, oh, yeah.
Yep,
So
that's like a house payment. That's like a house, the
it's
cost of it.
literally how.
So
As a matter of fact, this vehicle swallows you when you enter into it with your
yeah.
little tiny self. Okay.
Yeah. And actually it probably takes a minute to get into the car because I have to climb up and my back is still pretty
Yeah.
rough. So I don't know if he's watching or not, but
Oh yeah. I'm
they
making sure you get into your car. I'm at my car, making sure you get into yours. Okay. Just thinking to myself, what happened to her? Who
and
is this person?
I think as you watch, there might be a moment of expectation where you're like, at some point she's got to drop this, right? Like when her guard is down in the car, when mother's not watching,
Mm-hmm.
and there is no moment when she gets in that car and anything is different. Um, and you may or may not have heard her taste in music, which is usually like loud, angsty
Hmm.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when she gets in the car, it's just all instrumental piano concertos.
Oh God.
Um, and she's just practicing because that's how she spends her time in the car thinking, okay, I'm gonna get better at the piano, and this is what she would like me to play. And so she's just listening to these songs. And then she will drive to the location.
I love it. Let's all be at that cliffside that has the picnic table, the one that the sun rose above, that's set not too far off of these caves. Let's all convene there. It's such an interesting reunion because it's only been 10, 12, 13 days, but so much has happened within that small window. Kevin isn't here, and one would argue that Leah isn't either. But you're here. You're gathered.
Oh, that last bit hurt, Bridge. That was just salting a knife. I'm assuming Ivy got there first because I had to go pick up Leah and or tell her to go here.
Yeah.
I think Ivy showed up first, hoping against hope that Kevin would show up, knowing he's dealing with shit, but was hoping he could show up anyways.
Damn, we're
That's
just
so sad.
hurting ourselves real bad
Yep.
today.
I know.
Just hurting our own feelings.
And we're definitely hurting our own feelings. Yeah, Connor's gonna get out his car, and I still have the small bags of things from Ian Muhammad,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of just turn to the two of them there, and it doesn't look like Kevin's gonna make it tonight, but Ian Muhammad gave me these for all of us, and she told me something that I mean, there's a reason I picked coming here. She told me that I need to put trust in the coterie. I don't want to even say that word in front of the other Ventru because, and I'll slowly pull out the bag for Ivy, the worry stone, and I'll hand it to her, and I see in all of you what I want to be in kindred society. I mean, Prim Prim broke me, but he also failed me because there are things that I should have known as a Ventru that he never told me. Things that I had to find out from the Primogen how badly he failed me.
It's
And,
okay. I found out from a Bruja that my sire didn't teach me either.
yeah, but these last few weeks I've been thinking how badly he failed me, not just for that, but for thinking that he failed me for my daughter. That nurse in New Jersey that I thought was her, Prim embraced Isabel 10 years ago. She's the keeper of Elysium in Daytona. He gave her everything that I wanted from him. He told me he would take care of her and protect her, and that's how he does that. And when we were last here, I told you all that I had it out with him. Because I couldn't bring myself to tell you all that he wasn't the one who failed me. I'm the one who lost her. Years ago, before I was embraced, I failed her. And now I've been struggling to find who I am in this kindred society because all I can see when I think of her is that monster that I was. It's like looking in a mirror. I don't want to be that person. Hell, we had a board meeting with the Ventru. And do you know what I said to them? I said that the kind were dust beneath my feet. I didn't mean that. I, I wanted them to accept me. That I came out of these fires from Prim, that he tempered me like steel. But then all I can think of is I and Muhammad telling me to be honest with myself and with all of you. When I left that meeting, you know what I did? I sat in the Primogen's chair and I felt something. That feeling I used to have. That person that I used to be. I I want to be better. If not for whatever happened with Isabel, because she's the reason that I accepted Prim's embrace. He promised me she'd be safe, and I don't want to be that person.
Mm.
I want to do better for me, for her mother. I don't want to be that person. So I figured come out here and I would just say it out loud to all of you because I I want to be better. And I'll slowly walk over to Leah and I'll hold out that the ring that I Muhammad gave me. This, she said, this one's for you. And you notice that when Connor hands it to you, he is wearing a new signet ring on his finger, but he's not drawing any attention to it. He hands it. I hand it to you, and
So it is a silver coneflower ring.
correct.
Um, she'll take it and smile. Nicely done. We can help you.
Yeah, you've said that before, but I don't think
Leah,
you're the person who said that before.
Mm.
go home.
As you wish, Ivy.
We will talk later.
I'm sorry that the new me is not who you hoped. She will turn and get in her car and drive off in her Escalade.
When
And
you go to
Ivy like falls on the bench and like sits and puts her hands like her face in her hands and like is like shaking.
I just want to add, when you go back to your Escalade, there's a small piece of yellow stuck to one of the handles. It's a sticky note.
She'll take it.
I just dropped in the Zoom chat what it says.
I'm going to read it so that our viewers and
Yeah, you
listeners
read it for the
can
viewers, please.
see. Um,
I was keeping that under the doubt. The Bridgett doesn't even know what that note
it's
says.
okay. It says, I want to break the wheel of hurt. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. I will do my best to save you. And she reads it and sighs and kind of shakes her head and drops it on the ground and gets in her car. She can't take it back with her, so
And when I see you drop that note, Ivy, you've got the bench. Connor's taking the dirt. Just drops to my knees and just
Ivy's gonna reach over and put her hand on Connor's shoulder. I've got a plan. I've got things working. We
Ivy, where do we go
cannot.
from here?
We can't trust her right now. That's why I told her to go home. I don't want to see it. I can't look at it. As like there's like a tear like running down her face.
She
I'm going to save her. I have a plan.
she believed in me the way that I want to
She's
believe in me. Who
she
and
still does. It's just not right now.
we need to
And
help her.
that's why we have to work together to save her. And we are going to. She
We
can be
will.
mad right now. I don't care as long as she lives through this.
Whatever it takes.
How is your standing with the venture right now?
Better than a few days ago.
Okay. I'm going to need a glass. If I
I'm,
can't
go-
tonight, I don't know if I have time. I will tomorrow.
I'm going with you.
Good.
She owes me a boon.
S- What?
That board meeting was enlightening.
Fuck yes. Okay.
What we did at that water park was no small feat.
Well, that's what I'm going to her about as well.
I'm taking
Look,
what's rightfully mine from her.
look, here's the
She owes us all a boon for what
she
happened.
does. And we saved justice. And there's an opening for Scourge
Take it.
temporarily. I'm not taking the position because I'm not drinking her blood because fuck all that. Hopefully I can weasel in something about Gloria. We have to see Cardinal. We need to get evidence. And I have to start moving now and hope that Kevin can crawl out of whatever he's dealing with.
Just hope he's okay. It's not
He
like
will
him
be,
to do
I
this.
think.
And I'll point to the box that's sitting on the little table there. That was for him.
He'll be back. I I owe him anyways.
Oh,
I found out some information. I owe him.
it's funny how we tend to learn things. And I'll reach into my jacket pocket where I've been keeping it, and I'll hold up the boba ball. Say, sometimes we learn things that can't quite get out, but if we get into trouble, this might help us.
Okay.
It's it's a way to heal ourselves from the worst damage we've ever had.
Okay. Sure.
Ivy, I
Well,
feel like Ivy, I if this
here's
gets
what you
out,
need you
we're
need
gonna be
to
in
do
trouble.
though, because um I'm sorry to talk over you, but I'm thinking a million miles a minute. Leah's going to be mad at me. Send her flowers and go back there. I don't want them to think anything's up.
They want me to go
I'm
back
just
for
being
tea.
a pissy Banu Hakim. Okay? Keep it like that.
They want me to go back for tea time.
Can you do that without freaking out at them? Well, you're a Ventru. You'll be fine. It'll be fine. You just got to pretend to be pleasant like you do with most of the rest of you.
I can try. If I can handle Prim having stolen my daughter,
Then this should be nothing.
I should be able to handle this.
Yeah. We'll get we'll get on the other side of this.
We'll get her
And I
back.
appreciate your help. Okay?
We have to,
Yeah.
because this isn't her.
No. All right. I'll get in contact with you. You get in contact with her. If
I'll pull
if
out
you
the
need,
crumpled
I
business
can.
card. Here's her new number.
Oh, thank you. Um I was going to offer money to get flowers, but you probably don't need my $2 to your however much you have.
Ivy, please. I'm a venture. I can afford some nice flowers.
All right. Just play along like you're pissed at me too, because I don't want them to get suspicious.
Of course.
Okay.
We'll figure this out.
All right.
And
I'll
go
I'll
ahead.
talk to you again. Thanks.
And as she walks, I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to text my florist ghoul because apparently I have one of those.
So funny.
Nice.
Tracy and I both like, he just out of those 72, one of them is a
At
florist.
least one of them had to
One of
be
them in
a
Columbus
florist.
for sure is a florist.
And I'm going to order a large bouquet of coneflower.
The invoice comes back with a 25% markup for the last minute overnight delivery charge.
I'll just send that. Just, I'm like, yeah, I figured. Just make sure it gets there.